All right, man. This is ridiculous. I'm about to get straight to the. Ooh, chill out, chill out. We just started the video. All right, so if you are currently on console, PlayStation or Xbox, it is time to get out. Keep your current console, keep whatever you got going on, but do not buy the new one. It is ridiculous. I had a buddy of mine. This is about to be a PC Master Race video mixed with some rant. But I have a buddy of mine who's looking to get into PC, so I was talking to him about the one I have. I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. Da, 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 da. I'm just going to go through all of this with you guys because this blew me away last night when I was going over it. So about a year ago, last May, or May 25, I got a pre-built ROG computer from Best Buy. For everyone just listening, I'll go over some of the specs real quick. It's nothing too crazy. It's definitely good, but it's nothing too crazy. It has, I'll go to my, there we go. I have a Intel Core i7-14700F. It came with a 4060 Ti 8GB version. 32 gigabytes of RAM, two 1 terabyte SSDs, and then it has like water cooling and stuff like that. So definitely like a low high end or like upper mid end, mid-range PC, I'd say. I got it for just under $1,400 last May of 25. Not recently, a couple months after I got it, I upgraded the graphics card to a 5060 Ti 16 gigabyte, and I mostly did that just because I wanted a 16 gigabyte graphics card. There's nothing wrong with that, the one that I had. I just wanted a 16 gigabyte one because it came with the 8 gigabyte one. And I needed to get the 5060 Ti. I'm sure there were some other ones that I could get, but I was impatient. But it's like a mid-sized tower. I'm just tapping on the computer. It's like a mid-sized tower, so the bigger 3-fan ones just straight up would not fit in the tower case that I have. But so let's just get going over this. So I purchased it for $14, upgraded the graphics card, sold my old one, so that was like an extra maybe $100 out of pocket for the difference, maybe a little bit more. So we'll call it $15 just to be nice and even with it. So I bought it for $1,500, right? And it's a solid PC. I was going over looking to help my buddy try to find a good pre-built one. Just my graphics card, the exact same one that I bought for like $500, is up $200 and is now $740. Like, yo, the graphics card that I sold to get it, the 4060 Ti 8GB, is going for $350 pre-owned. Like, what is this? What am I looking at? That is just insane. So to get at least something comparable to the computer I have, I'm using PC Part Picker, and I was not going to go through and try to find the exact CPU water cooler that I have. So if anything, this list that I'm showing right in front of you, and if you're not looking at it, it's literally just all of my components listed out and like a rough price on it. If anything, this is on the lower end because everything is not the exact build that I have. It's just close enough to the point. If I were to buy the exact computer that I have right now, if I were to buy it today, how much do you think it would be? Just how much more? Just the graphics card is up $200. So how much would everything else be? Well, I'll tell you, it's almost $3,000. My computer has doubled in price in a little bit over a year. Bruh, I wish I still had the computers, because I had two computers before this. One was my first PC, and I sold that to get my second PC. And then I sold my second PC to my friend to get him into PC while also allowing me to upgrade. If I had those, bruh, just the components, they would be worth probably combined, probably like $4,000, 4.5 grand, 5 grand. Like, it's insane the way that everything has just blown up. The graphics card that I have right now is going from anywhere from $700 to $1,100, over $1,000. Just my graphics card is worth almost as much as my whole computer when I bought it. It is insane. And the second highest price component is exactly probably what you think, the RAM. The 32 gigabytes of RAM, two 16 gigabyte sticks is $400 on the low end. That's GDDR5. Like, oh my god, dude. So this is going to get into my bigger point. I've been a console, I went over this a little bit in my last video too. I've been a console gamer since the jump, mostly because I played a little bit on the PC, and it was like, you know, the family PC in the living room kind of thing. But I've always been a console gamer since my PS2. Like, I got a hand-me-down PS2. I got the PS3. I started working, got a PS4, and then just kept trading in from there. So I traded that in, got the PS4 Pro. Traded that in, got the PS5. Traded that in, got the PS5 Pro, and that's what I have right now. And I am not getting the PS6. Now, why am I not getting the PS6? First of all, we'll stick with the hardware side for now. The PS6 is not going to be worth it for whatever upgrades they try to jam in there and sell it, like, make their selling point of. PS5 Pro hasn't even been fully utilized, so we have no reason to upgrade to the PlayStation 6, especially when reports just off of hardware, the PS6 is going to be $800 to $1,000 at least. And that would be if they came out right now. Granted, it will be maybe a little bit cheaper because Sony can purchase in bulk. But by the time this comes out in late 2028, it's going to be at least $1,000. And Sony doesn't plan to sell it for a loss. Because if you didn't know, a lot of consoles, they sell for a loss, and then they make that money back up on software sales like games. There is no way that you're going to get me to spend over $1,000 for the PS6, dog. Like, it's just not happening. And imagine being like a middle schooler or a high schooler and asking your parents, or like your whole family even, to help you get the new PS6. And they look to get it for you because they're trying to be nice and get you what you want. And it's over $1,000. Like, they're gonna look at you like you're crazy. Like, here's a bike, go touch grass. And that's what they're gonna say. This is insane. This hobby is becoming unobtainable for most people, which is really sad, to be honest. Like, all jokes aside, it's really sad because there's a whole generation of gamers that are just being left behind because of all this hardware shortage. If you're gonna spend, I think I'm done with that tab. If you're gonna spend over $1,000 for a PlayStation 6, first of all, you're a Sony simp, and you need to stop doing that because this company does not deserve it anymore. And this is from someone who's had every PlayStation since the PS2. You may as well just take that $1,000, tuck it in your savings, save up for a couple more months, and then get a PC that you can, first of all, you can upgrade so that you don't have to constantly have to buy a whole new system. You can just upgrade components and keep going when you need to. You have way more freedom in the games that you play, the prices of those games, because everything on PC goes deep discounts because you're not locked into one ecosystem, which kind of goes into the point of Sony and their killing discs, but I'll get into that in a second. But since everyone defaults to Steam, and that's because Steam is a great product, but there's plenty of other marketplaces on PC for you to buy your games, so they compete against each other. There's no way that consoles are supposed to be the affordable, easy to use gaming hardware. If it's going to be over $1,000, there's just no way that I can't justify it. You can't justify it. No one that I've seen talking about this can justify it. How is PlayStation and Sony going to market this? How are they going to justify it? Oh, it's the high-end enthusiast console. Like, bruh, what are we doing? And then since no one's going to be able to, like, we thought this PS5 generation was bad for games. Like, there was no new games. It's just been the generation of remakes. Imagine the PlayStation 6. Imagine you're a game developer, right? Oh, there's 120 million PS5 users and there's 20,000 at best PlayStation 6 users. Why would you go out of your way to make a PS6 version of a game? No, everyone's going to make their games for the PS5, and then the PS6 version is just going to be optimized and look better, da-da-da-da-da. And at that point, that goes back to something I mentioned earlier with the PS5 and the PS5 Pro not even being fully utilized. I remember the PS4 Pro, it had like 8K on the box. I'm like, bruh, I don't even have a 4K TV. What do I need a console that can do 8K for? Like, it doesn't make sense how they're going about this. The PS5 and the PS5 Pro can both do, I believe, I'm not sure about the PS5, but I know the PS5 Pro can do 4K 120 Hz. Honestly, even the 2K 120 Hz is perfectly fine. What more do you need? Like, unless you're getting into super duper, I want to run every game on ultra settings and get 500 frames, you don't need more than that. And especially on console, when you can just disable crossplay so you don't play with PC. Everyone's going to be on the same, whether it's honestly full HD at 1080p or 4K. The max you're getting is 120 Hz, so the max you're getting is 120 frames, which means the competitive advantage, everyone is at 120. The reason PC, other than like actual enthusiasts that just want to max out every game for the heck of it, and the more frames you get, it updates faster, and that's where you can actually get into the no lag. Someone kills you before you even see them because their computer and hardware is updating faster than yours. That's a whole different tangent. Consoles are so... You know how many people have their consoles plugged into their living room TV? Like, dude, no one is... There's just no way that they can justify this. It's insane. And on top of that, we'll look at this neat little article from the Register. Micron, which is a big RAM producer, locks in historically high memory prices for 5 years. And that's just one manufacturer. So if you have one manufacturer locking in prices for at least the next 5 years, and Micron has also... they sunset their whole like consumer retail side of business, so everything that they're doing is going straight to racks for data centers. So you're not even going to be able to get Micron RAM from like Best Buy or Newegg, not new stuff at least. But then their prices aren't coming down for at least 5 years, and that's just them. Granted, they're one of the bigger, if not the biggest manufacturers, but their prices aren't coming down. And so why would anyone else's? Everyone else is going to raise price to match theirs. It makes no sense. And then that kind of goes into a whole different point of like the tariff refunds. I was going to type it in, but whatever, I'll just rant. Why is it doing this? Japan specifically, being Sony and Nintendo, recently received all the tariffs that they were paying. They recently received massive refunds for that. So both Sony and... Sorry, I'm stuttering a little bit. I was switching stuff on my computer. And they recently received massive refunds for their tariffs that they were paying. So that's why you've probably seen like, oh, Nintendo's earnings and operating margins are up 37%. It's because they got all their tariff money back. But what did both of those companies do when those tariffs were in place? Oh, we have to raise the prices of our hardware by $50 to $150 to cover for the tariffs. So they raised their prices. Everyone who bought it had to pay those prices. But now they get refunded all that money. And you're not getting refunded. You're just shit out of luck. You're just, hey, yeah, no, you paid that. I mean, thanks for paying it, I guess. You're not getting, even if they gave like, oh, hey, here's a $20 credit for PlayStation. Like, oh, here's 3 free months of PlayStation Plus. Like something, bruh. But no, they just have to keep every last cent for themselves. It's all our money. Like, God. So if you're thinking about getting the PS6, do not get the PS6. I'm trying to keep this from turning into a Sony rant because I already did that, but I kind of want to rant about it. It's just so frustrating, dude. Like, what are you gonna do if you're just now trying to get into games? Or if you're looking to upgrade? You have no choice other than to spend at least $1,000. And then on top of that, you're better off saving up and spending $2,000, $3,000 to get a good PC that will last you and that you don't have to keep upgrading. Because of everything that Sony is doing, and Xbox is in the shitter. Xbox, if you're going to get an Xbox, you may as well just get a PC, because other than the price difference, you can get Game Pass on your computer. So it's not even like you have a super exclusive ecosystem. And Sony's exclusives, I mean, some of them, yeah, they're good, but not worth everything that the company is doing. Like, on PC, you don't have to pay for online. If you're intimidated by keyboard and mouse, most games, I would say probably the majority of games, you can just connect your controller that you already have with Bluetooth to your computer, or use a USB to your computer, and you can use your controller to play games on the PC. So if you're like, oh man, you know, that'd be cool, but I don't want to learn keyboard and mouse. I mean, first of all, you should, but you don't have to. You can straight up just use your controller. Like, if you're a ball and gun gamer, use your controller. I'm not using keyboard and mouse to play 2K on the PC. Like, no, I'm not a psychopath. Come on. Yeah, man, it's just ridiculous. It's absolutely insane what they're doing. But to bring it back to the Micron point, Micron's not the only one doing this, and it parallels with Sony and Nintendo. Prices go up. They don't like to bring prices back down. They want those new high prices to become the norm at least, and then raise the prices up from there. Which is probably why the PS6 is not going to get delayed, because if they do delay it, it's only going to be more expensive, which makes it even worse for them and their profit margins and us as consumers, because no one's going to get it. No one's going to be able to afford it. No one's going to buy it. Even if you can afford it, you shouldn't buy it. You should just get a PC. It's ridiculous. Don't get a PS6. Don't get the Helix. Save up. Get a PC. You will thank me. It's just not worth it. It's the better platform for a multitude of reasons. Don't support these companies. Steam isn't perfect. Don't get me wrong. Like, PC is not perfect, but it is leaps ahead of what these consoles, but especially Sony, they're backpedaling. Meanwhile, Valve does nothing and keeps winning. Like, there's just no way. I have a lot of Sony fanboys as friends, and even there, no one's talking about the PS6 other than when we complain about it. I just don't see how you can justify getting this. I'm kind of talking in circles now, so I'm going to probably cut it off here. But yeah, man, do not get the PS6. Save up and get a PC. I'll end it on this point too. even if you have to get a, let's say the computer that you want is $2,000. We'll just go to Best Buy. We'll look up gaming PCs. So this gaming PC is, let's find a good one. CyberPower, $2,300. Has a Ryzen 7 9800X3D, a RTX 5070 12GB, 32GB RAM, 2TB of storage. So this is honestly probably comparable, if not a little bit better than the one I have. You can buy it outright for $2,300, or you can do payment plans at at $130 a month, and that's just with the, if you get like the Best Buy card. You can do like Zip and Affirm and stuff like that, probably get your prices a little bit lower, your monthly payment a little bit lower at least. This is better than renting a PS5 that you don't even own. Do you want to lease your console, or do you want to pay a couple hundred a month, or a little bit over $100 a month to pay off your computer that you then own and can do anything with? And PC isn't just all the amazing games on Steam. I haven't even talked about emulation. And now I'm ranting again, but I'll get into that in a little bit. PC, you have all the PC games. Most games have crossplay, right? Cool. That's awesome. Already great banger game lineup. Emulation lets you play pretty much anything. They're even working on a PS5 emulator now, so for those 5 games that are exclusive to PS5, you can play those. But on PC, you can download emulators and download the ROMs for games to play Wii games, DS games, old PC games that don't run natively on Windows 10 or 11, PS2 games, PS3 games, PS4 games, Xbox games. You have pretty much every console and iteration of gaming, if that makes sense. Like every generation of gaming, for better or worse, is available as an emulator on PC. Granted, to do it legally, you're supposed to own a copy of whatever game that you're emulating, because that gives you the legal rights to play it however you want. And so whenever I emulate games, I've only ever emulated games that I do actually own. Like, no jokes, I do actually own them. But my PS2 doesn't work, or that game disc stops working, but I still own the disc, so I still have the license to play it, so I can play it on my computer. I'm losing the plot here. I'm hoping this makes sense. I'm hoping this resonates with you a little bit. It's a tough spot for us gamers right now. The best that we can do is just try to save up and get a PC. That's honestly really the best bet. Other than that, just stick with what you have for now. I don't want to be a doomer, but it doesn't seem like prices are going to come back down. It seems like the prices as they are right now today, at best, is going to be the new normal. I don't see, oh, we randomly found a RAM mine. That's not how it works, but you get me. We randomly found a whole pile of RAM, so now RAM is $150 cheaper. Like, no. If anything, this is the new norm. So save up, buy quickly, get into the PC ecosystem sooner rather than later. You will thank me. Do your best to get out of the console ecosystem, especially PlayStation's ecosystem. You don't have to sell your PlayStation 5 or your PS4. It could help towards the cost of your PC, but you still have your games catalog that you have on there. So maybe just keep that so you have those games. But then everything from there on, just get on PC. That's what I've been doing. I still use my PS5. Granted, I mostly use it as a party chat emulator because a lot of my friends, pretty much all of them, are on PlayStation 5. So I will use that just to hop in the party chat, but then I'll be playing on my computer and we just do crossplay. So it's looking dark for us gamers, but hopefully you can find a way to save up and get into a better ecosystem, one that actually respects you and respects your money as a customer. I appreciate you watching the video. This has been Wavy2K. hoping for a better day for us gamers coming up soon. All right, leave a like, comment, subscribe. I appreciate it. Let me know how you're feeling about this. Let me know what I should talk about. All right, see ya.